What's up guys, my name is Bennett. I'm a full-time filmmaker and content creator, and this is the Desky. Dare I say, the perfect desk. I spend a lot of time at my desk, probably 90% of my day, and I'm talking hours upon hours of editing client work, recording voiceovers, busy work, emailing, storyboarding, all of the above. Because of this, the type of desk I use can make or break my productivity. So I need something functional, but functionality isn't the only important thing to me. When I moved into my new apartment, I knew I wanted something that looked good. I wanted something that would complement my aesthetic, but fit my workflow and look good in the content I created. That's when I came across Desky. Now, I had been researching desks for several weeks, and there's a lot of options out there, but Desky kept coming up on my feed. The reviews were great. The desk just looked good and it matched my aesthetic. So full disclosure, I reached out to Desky to see if they wanted to collaborate on a project. This desk has completely elevated my space, and I don't say that lightly. I feel like this is something that's going to be in my arsenal for years and years and years to come. All right, so let's talk assembly and setup. I went with the Desky dual hardwood sit stand desk. I got the walnut finish, 48 by 30 inches, which is actually the smallest size I could get. I just didn't know, with my loft being not the largest, I didn't want to get something too big and fill up my entire space, but this thing is actually huge. And if this is the smallest size, I can't imagine the larger sizes, because even the 48 by 30 is just so much space for me. Now, I often dread putting new furniture together. It can just be really complicated, but the Desky setup was so easy. Everything you need was included in the box. No power drills needed, no extra screwdrivers. Everything could actually be put together with this little hex key that's included in the box. The instructions are accessible through a QR code that you can scan, and it will bring you directly to a series of YouTube videos on the Desky YouTube channel. But honestly, the design was so intuitive that I kind of stopped following the instructions halfway through and just put on a podcast and put the whole thing together by myself. In total, it took me under an hour to set up, which was extremely surprising. When I first got the desk, I kind of just let it sit in the corner because I was too scared to put it together. I just thought it was gonna take a long time, but it didn't. It was extremely simple, no stress, straight and to the point. Okay, so once it was set up, that's when I began noticing the details. And honestly, that's where the Desky shines. Let's start with the obvious. It is a sit stand desk. And with a push of a button, it moves from seated to standing. Now, it has a range of heights. It can go from 26.3 inches to 49.2 inches. And I love how smooth and quiet the lift is. There's hardly any sound at all, no jerking, no rattling. The entire process is seamless. I didn't really think I would use the standing feature that much. I've never had a standing desk, but surprisingly, I actually use it pretty often. I normally start my day sitting, editing most of my client work sitting, but whenever I have to do any emails or storyboarding or busy work, I pop it up to the standing position. And for me, it just helps maintain blood flow. It helps me with my posture. It's just good to not be sitting for long periods of time. Especially as creators, I feel like we just don't get out as much as we need to. So anytime you can engage in activity, even if it's just standing, I think it's good. Next is the cable management system. This is one of those features that you don't think you need until you actually have it. In previous setups, I would just run everything to an extension cord and kind of like shove it into the corner of my room. But that's not very aesthetic of me, is it? The integrated cable tray on this desk is a game changer. You can route everything through the back, plug in everything to these snap-in power points, and you're left with a super clean setup. The only cable coming out of this desk is the main power source of the desk. Everything is plugged into the snap-in power strip on the cable tray. All right, let's talk build quality, because that is one of the things that really sold me on this desk. First off, this is real wood. Not veneer, not particle board, pretending to be something it's not. It feels solid and it looks premium. The legs and brackets are heavy duty metal. And when I was assembling this, everything was just so heavy, which is a good sign because that means it is good quality. And once the desk is fully assembled, it's not going anywhere. It is extremely sturdy. No wobble, no rattle, no shaking at all. Honestly, that is a huge pet peeve of mine. If a desk even moves slightly, I'm out. I just can't use it. But it's not just functional, it looks amazing. The craftsmanship of this desk is just extremely impressive. Every edge is finished, the surfaces are smooth, and it just fits the whole industrial modern vibe of my apartment. As someone who films a lot in my living space, whether it's B-roll, talking head, or even client Zoom calls, I needed a desk that looked aesthetic on camera. That was a huge selling point for me, and Desky nailed it. They also offer over 180 different combinations, so whether you're into something like a bamboo or a white oak or matte white, different sizes, you can customize it to match your needs. Desky also has these practical add-ons. I went with the walnut monitor stand. It just raises your screen to eye level and it also frees up desk space underneath. Now I like to plug in my laptop to my monitor and slide it underneath and store a few hard drives here as well. It's just a nice little space where I can tuck away extra little things to kind of make the whole setup look clean, but I can also store things and have them readily available. Now, how do I actually use the Desky? Like I said, I'm editing constantly. I spend the majority of my time at my desk, probably, like I said, 90% of my day. Whether it's client videos, reels for my personal brand, recording voiceovers, or just surfing the web, I'm always at this desk. I'm in front of a screen for hours, and this setup supports that. I'm also a big fan of dividing my day into blocks. That helps me be more productive. So instead of, working 8 hours straight on a project, I might divide it into like 2 or 3 little hour chunks with little breaks in between, and that just helps keep me productive. And what I'll do sometimes is I will spend the first block with the desk in a sitting position, and then the second block with the desk at the standing position, and just kind of rotate between the two. And it's so funny how just switching up your environment just a little bit can go a long way in productivity. And so those are just little things, and I found that little things can help boost your productivity. So in addition to having a quality desk, you're also having a desk that can switch up the type of environment that you're in. That's huge for my productivity. So my final thoughts, the Desky is perfect for me. I've had it for about 3 months now. I use it every single day. It is the centerpiece of my creative workflow, and honestly, I wouldn't change a thing. It looks amazing. It's built like a tank. It functions flawlessly. One of my biggest pieces of advice to fellow creators is to invest in your workspace. You will be spending the majority of your time here. So adding quality pieces to your arsenal will make your life so much easier and actually increase your productivity. If you're in the market for a sit-stand desk and you want something that actually blends into your space without sacrificing performance, I cannot recommend Desky enough. I'll drop a link to this exact model in the description so you can check it out. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.